Hello?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Oh,
Oh, I did it twice.
oh yeah, Echo. Makore?
Makore.
Beseder?
Again, Baruch Hashem.
Okay, that's enough. Uh, okay. You are level 220 Lumi.
220.
Yeah.
1.
221. Damn, okay. Yeah. These pictures are from a while ago, but maybe did you change any uploads? No.
Well, I did upgrade my arcane. No, my arcane. My
Ooh.
weapon.
You're a weapon? Okay, let me look at your weapon.
Where's the picture? Shit. Let me see.
It looks 4% all stat, 8% magic attack. Epic
Yeah, I
here.
changed it to unique. It's unique. 17, I think. Magic attack. 17%.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, did I get 17? Oh, 10-7, and then whatever the fuck on the last line. Oh, whatever on the last line. Okay.
No, I changed it to unique.
Yeah. Okay. But still 15 stars. Waiting for 5, 10, 15.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what the quick moves are. So your inventory shows you have. Yeah, superior stuff is gonna be tricky. You have a tyrant shoe. I'm guessing you're trying to move into Absolab soonish?
Yes.
How are you with CRA? Are you able to kill
I'm
that?
missing a cape. My cape.
Oh, that's it?
Yep. Absol cape and maybe hat. I don't know.
Typically you only get the hat once you get the arcane weapon. Because then you lose one from the set, so you compensate with the hat.
Okay.
Just to make the set bonuses click better, basically.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Just gonna look through everything.
Can't open Maple, so. I can't open Maple.
Yeah, no, you can't look.
Maintenance.
Yep.
And I'm looking for the picture. God damn it.
Of your weapon now, or?
Yeah.
I see. I mean, if it's still 15 stars and it's 17% magic attack, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I can imagine, how it will look. Okay. Wow, unfortunate that superior earring has strength.
Oh, yeah.
Intellect and 3% all stat would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 sets. Do you have any superior pendants? The one you have on right now is like red.
Only I have 130s. I don't have the 140s.
Oh
150s. Yeah. I tried to get one, but before they changed it, but no, didn't get it.
No.
Not lucky enough.
Yeah, it's pretty low chance. Okay. Oh, you got all the links. Are you oh, I see you have rune persistence. Remember, you can make the rune not the rune persistence, sorry. The oh, you do have multiple spirits of freedom, right, from the resistance characters?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you didn't play during the Dark Lords of Darkness?
No.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I took a break.
Oh yeah, good time to take a break. What is this Legion?
Oh, I do not know. I didn't know how to build it, so I just built whatever.
Yeah,
just put it in them.
Kind of looks like you did just whatever. What is your IED at right now? 77. That's not like amaze balls either. Okay, where's your emblem? Did I skip that?
I think you did.
Uh-oh. Did you not show the emblem? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rings, pocket, belt, weapon, pendant, hat. Oh, wait, maybe it's here.
Nope. You didn't?
Yeah, you fucking forgot your emblem. What's your emblem stats?
It's... 15. It's 15 stars.
And your secondary. The two of your most important items.
Oh shit. Well, I'm gonna change my secondary because in my inventory I have
Yeah.
a 110.
Is it? Wait,
A
you have the
level
Princess
110.
Snow or?
I don't know. Should I go for the Princess Snow?
Man, aren't the secondaries for Lumi like literal shit? It doesn't even have any magic attack, right? Just a little bit of
Just stats.
intellect and luck. Yeah, it's
Yep.
whatever, dude. Yeah.
Where's the picture for that thing?
Your emblem and
pretty
your
sure I
secondary are
did.
like super important. So ideally, what you want to go for on your emblem, especially considering your situation now, is like 1 line of IED and 2 lines of magic attack would be dope. Obviously, completing the Superior Godlike set will help you a lot.
Yeah, well.
You hurt quite a bit from the 30% Codex line being lost, right?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Your ID being where it is now is gonna prevent you from doing a lot of damage. Alien fragment belts. It's not good.
Yeah,
Place-
that's just for there temporarily.
Yeah. Superior belt would be amazing. Honestly, maybe at this point you could like consider getting a Tyrant belt temporarily or something.
I'm just starring that instead.
Well, maybe not even starring it, but just a clean Tyrant belt is like 25 attack, I think. And like 50 all stat, and it's also takes boss flames. So just get it to like epic, get some percentage intellect, because this one is not doing it for you. Just I don't know if you've been clearing HMAC a lot and have enough coins to get like an extra.
I think I do.
Belt. It's 100
think I do.
coins, so it's quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I do. Pretty sure. I don't know. Can't check.
Yep, can check no. 33 and checking the flames. Oh, it's a nice
Trying
dex, nice dex flame on the mage top.
On a monocle. Oh yeah.
44,
Everything has
okay.
two lines, no 3 lines. I have and on my shining rod I have 17% attack, magic attack, and 30 or 20% ID. Or boss, boss.
Boss,
Sorry.
yeah, okay. Yeah, so you definitely need a line of IED somewhere, either on your emblem, preferably on your emblem, or maybe on your secondary. You need another line of IED, because otherwise you're just losing way too much damage on when you're bossing. So that's very important. Other than that, where are you training at? Are you having any trouble training right now?
Latch.
Okay.
I'm two-shotting. I'm two-shotting
That's pretty good.
in Latch.
I think you added your boost notes in here as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to work on them, but I
Where are
also
your boost nodes? You have like 1 level 4?
Yeah. There's one that's level 10. I do not know where it is.
Oh, okay. Because in this picture you only have a level 4 boost node. Like that's why you're 2-shotting and not 1-shotting.
Oh shit. Well, I put the wrong thing.
Okay, but
I don't know what the friend thingy. Should I keep that?
I think it's like I think people use it to prep to go into Lotus so they can go in with the iframe. Honestly, I don't really know about it. It seems like a skill that you use in certain situations, but then in most situations people don't really rely on. I think it takes a lot of time to prepare for it to work.
Okay.
In general, for your bossing, both in mobbing and damage, and both in mobbing and in bossing, you want to get your boost nodes done, and you want to put those in leveled up slots. That's gonna make you just do a lot of damage the whole time, even when your other skills are.
So I need
cooldown.
reflection. I need reflection and the other 2 main skills, right? That's gonna be my 2 nodes or my 4 nodes.
Let's see, because they changed Lumi a bit, huh? Reflection, Apocalypse, Ender. I think that's still the same. That's like those are the most important ones, I think, right? Reflection, Apocalypse, and Ender. Like Apocalypse is
Those are your main skills,
the main
yes.
dark one, and Ender is like the equilibrium one. Yeah, so you have 2 boost nodes with those 3, but in different orders, and leveling that up, that's gonna like make your damage go up like crazy.
Okay.
And
So
definitely
so
equip
those
both of
two.
those. Yeah, equip both of those. Put them in maxed out slots, and your final damage will just go up by
Oh yeah.
insane
Okay.
amounts. Like if
So I generally I change my HS is it stays there. I take out my bind and the red thing and I put in two nodes instead.
wait, does Lumina have a bind?
It does.
Okay.
It has this bind, but I don't know. I think we did bosses, so I put on a bind for I don't know some reason.
Okay. just in case everyone missed their bind.
Yeah, there was a time. Yeah.
You can jump teleport on a Lumi only during equilibrium, and then you can even teleport twice in a row. It's kind of
Yeah, that's why I
wonky,
have
you
the
know.
jump rope thing.
Yeah.
The rope.
If you're gonna be bossing, I think you can benefit a lot more from having, because I'm pretty sure you have a bind, right? Like in your kit.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So using the baptism of light and
Like,
darkness instead of a bind will give you like way more damage, because that's like your burst skill
yeah, okay.
for when the boss is bound, and then you just like wail on him with Ender, and then that charges that, and then you fire that, and then you Ender more, and then you use that one again, and it fires off like a bunch of those arrows that hit, especially on one target. It's very strong because they all hit one target.
Hmm.
Yeah, Freud's, that would be something that you specifically ask Lumis, but I think in general you don't want to rely on that. So like your bossing setup would be like Freud's, the bind, and holy symbol gone. Switch with one extra boost node, baptism, and well, I guess Roblift is gone for most bosses too. That frees up a lot of room immediately.
Mm. Okay, so I can remove rope lift.
If you're bossing, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
I
I'll
mean, most
remove.
bosses don't have multiple platforms that you need to get up on, right?
Yeah.
So that's a free slot. Oh, but probably speed infusion, right? Because I think it speeds up your Doesn't it speed up your reflection? Guys, don't Lumis want attack speed?
I think yeah. I think I put it on my hat. I have attack speed +1. No.
On your
Pretty
hat?
sure.
Wait, you have some kind of hocus pocus hat. What's going on? I thought that was a glove line.
A glove?
Oh, you got skill cooldown -1 is what
Oh
you
no,
have.
it's cool. Yeah.
Gloves can give attack speed +1, like a decent
Oh,
speed
so I should
infusion.
generally get it on a glove instead. So I will change my decent sharp eyes, whatever's on that glove.
Hang on, Luminous. Yeah, Luminous 1 attack speed. Okay, so if you're bossing, that matrix has got to go like topsy-turvy. So rope lift gets swapped out with speed infusion.
Okay.
Freud gets swapped out with a boost node. Your bind gets swapped out with
A boost node.
baptism of light and darkness.
Oh, okay.
And then I think if you're like damaging a lot, I think you might want, what is it, like mana overload or something? Is that the name?
Yeah, we do have one of those, I think.
I guess
I'm
mana
pretty sure we
overload
do.
because it gives you final damage, right? So that should be pretty good. Instead of holy symbol, and then at the end of the boss, you either switch one of your boost nodes out with holy symbol to pop holy symbol, or you, well, that's generally what you do because those don't have cooldown, so you can always switch them with holy symbol and then pop holy symbol before the end. It can be a little bit tricky, but you have to organize with your party, or if you're solo, you just do it on your own.
Okay.
Just have to make sure you're not in combat.
So I need to fix my V matrix and fix my legion.
Yeah, so getting nodes, are you getting nodes from the boxes and everything from the event?
Yes. Yeah, I'm getting mostly yeah.
Yeah.
Getting most of them from there.
'Cause I'm guessing your drop rate is pretty bad, and especially with the familiars gone now, right?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
7, 8 per day.
Per day,
Not something
yeah.
nice.
No, not really amazing. No. And do you get a lot of shitty lines in your boost nodes, or is it okay?
Yeah, I get a bunch of shitty because you have like everything is boosted. You can boost almost everything.
And you have always a light and a dark version, so there's like a lot of low level skills, right?
Yeah, you have the whole thing, all of them. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, let me scroll up. How's your critical rate doing? I can't help myself, dude. Okay, this is with the memes. This is with the current event bonus. Which one is you unbuffed? Oh yeah, your critical rate goes up in... Is it in light stance or something? What's the situation with crit rate with you guys?
I don't know. I didn't look at it, to be honest.
Okay, so when you get later into the game, critical damage gives you a lot of damage. Like a lot. But it only gets applied when you hit a crit, right? So that's why you want your critical rate to be at 100% so that all of your critical damage can always apply and get full efficiency. So one of the main things, especially that where you're at right now, is you want to make sure that you're always at 100% critical rate.
Okay.
But some classes have like built-in critical rate in certain scenarios. And I think because you have one picture here where you have 100% and you're unbuffed. And then the picture after it, you're fully buffed and you only have 74. So it's like like a puzzle for me to solve, I guess. Like what's the difference between these two? It might be whichever...
I don't know why I lost.
Which link skill you have linked, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know why I lose like 30%.
Because you're... It might be link skills. Don't know what else gives you... Well, you have... Oh, you have 13 in critical rate? Oh, holy shit. That's a lot of points. After 10, for your hyperstats, your points get very, very expensive. And especially because your IED is now at 77, taking those 3 points out of critical rate probably gets you like rank 8 ignore defense or something.
Okay, so reset critical rate. So reset the hyperstats.
Yeah, but we were just doing a gear progression, remember? Okay, hang on. Alright. Fully reset your hyperstats. The one thing you have to take into account is there's the temporary buff right now, the event buff, that can give you critical rate as well. So you wanna make sure that you don't rely on that one too much.
Okay.
You can rely on it now, but then you want to have a backup plan that when the event is over, you don't fall into a hole and suddenly you miss out on your critical rate, because then you miss out on your efficiency, on your critical damage, and then your damage goes down a lot.
Okay. So. It's not a good time to check it right now.
Well, if you do it, you have to keep in mind that if it's 5, 10, 15%, whatever it is now, that's going to drop again. So basically what you want to do is all of the... Okay, let's take a step back. You have a lot of things in the game that give you damage. But damage is not just the number in your range. The damage is a lot more stuff. And every single source of damage, like your hyperstats, your legion, your link skills, your fee matrix, and your stats, all of those things together get thrown into a calculator, and there's like an optimal combination of whatever access you have to all of these little individual sources. An optimal combination, like let's say if your hyperstats are at 10 for critical rate, but you just put like 5 more pieces for critical rate in your legion block in critical rate instead, maybe you can get 20% more ignore enemy defense or something because of how much more efficient hyperstats is at the lower numbers, right? Because you have like differences, like in your legion grid, for example, 1 block in critical rate is 1 critical rate. But 1 block in ignore enemy defense is 1% enemy defense. But because critical rate is additive and ignore enemy defense is multiplicative, that is way less efficient to put it in ignore defense if you can only get a low number.
Okay, so I should put in boss instead?
Well, first thing I would do is reset your hyperstats. You need to figure out where that extra critical rate is coming from.
Okay, so I'll find out.
Yeah, because based on where that is coming from, you need to know if you can have 100% uptime. If you can have 100% uptime, you can always rely on it, and you can build around that critical rate. If it doesn't have 100% uptime, you need to figure out, is it a 95% uptime, and is it not worth getting 40% extra critical rate just for that 5% downtime, or is it only 10% uptime? Like, where does it come from? You have to figure that out. But I don't know if there's any other Lumies in the chat who can figure this out. Luminous skills. Maple. Control F. Critical. Oh, Lunar Tide. Oh, it's like when you have more HP than MP or something. I think that's the thing. Yeah, because
there is something about that, but I don't know. I didn't get into it.
Oh yeah, when your MP is greater than your HP, your damage increases by 20%, and when your MP is lower than your HP, the critical rate increases by 30%. Wow.
Okay. That's a lot of critical rate.
That's good to know. So you're always gonna have. Isn't the goal, guys, to just always have your HP higher than your MP to get the crit rate? You always want that, right? Yeah, because you have mana overload. Yeah, so that means you can rely on the crit rate.
Okay.
Okay, which means that since you can get 100% with the 13 in crit rate, which is probably 104%, I'm guessing, because the unbuffed one gives you 74. And you have decent sharp eyes, which could get you to 114. You can go down by 14, which is like 5 levels in critical rate. Yeah, so I think what you want to do is reset your hyperstats and just go to level 8 on everything. Like critical rate, critical damage, ignore defense, damage, and boss damage, and put them all in 8.
Okay.
And then go from there. See how many points you have left over. And then for your Legion, I would completely redo this. I would take all the pieces out. What is your first setup? Because you have like 2 different setups.
Oh, the first one's absolute shit. This one is a lot better.
This is supposed to be the good one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then leave this one and then just work on the other one, I guess. Just remove all the pieces from the other one and then start from scratch there until that's better than this one.
Okay.
Are you looking at the screen?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What I would do is, because you want the critical damage and the boss damage, and you don't mind going into the critical rate. Okay, I would take the archer pieces, the green ones.
Okay.
And then start either here or here.
Okay.
In the middle. And then just build from critical damage and then a straight line into critical rate. And then from critical rate go down and try to fill up boss damage. And in critical damage go up and try to fill critical damage.
Okay.
And
so it's like a Z. Like a laying down Z.
Yeah, kind of like a, I don't know, like a U, but the right part is going down instead of up or something.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fucked up Zoro sign. Yeah. And then once those 2 are full, you're not close to like a big Legion, so you still want to use the points on something useful. So you'll have, this is full, 1 extra, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should be able to completely fill critical damage, completely fill boss damage, go over the middle, have 1 in like the corner in crit rate, and then completely fill intellect on either this side or this side, wherever you want to put it. And then have only a straight line in magic attack, whichever the other one is.
Okay.
That should be doable with your current setup.
Okay.
It's going to be some puzzling, of course, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my Legion is like 3,400 or 500 right now.
Okay, if you have 3,500, you have 1 extra piece, so then that should make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, I leveled up a couple characters.
I see. Well, you got some extra 200s. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
You got room for more characters, right? Yeah, you're 23, so you can make a
Yeah.
bunch of characters. I would definitely advise doing that. Just making a bunch of characters and just leveling them up to 60. It makes your Legion just go up like crazy. You can have 17 more characters in there. If you get them all to 60, that's 1,000 Legion, right? Just
Okay.
17
Yeah.
characters level 60. That's another 1,000 Legion. That's 2 more characters in your Legion, and that's 1 more extra grid space. That's access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8% more critical damage and 8% more boss damage.
Okay.
That's how you want to see it, right? Like getting 8% boss damage or 8% critical damage in your hyperstats now. Imagine how many levels you have to gain to level up your hyperstats so far that you can get the 8% critical damage. Like it's insane, right? It's like 50 levels or something. But if you get 17 level 60 characters, which 17 sounds like a lot, but you can probably do like 3 in a day because getting to level 60 takes no time whatsoever. And then you can just get that same gain, right? It's so much more efficient than going through other ways. And then once you have that, you just get 1 to 100 every few days or something. There's no need to rush it. But then before you know it, you'll be at 4K, 5K, 6K Legion. And then once you have that full grid available, you're going to get so much critical damage, so much boss damage. And then you can start thinking, if your ID is low, to fill a full grid of ignore defense, and then you can get a chunk of 40%. And that's when that really starts happening. But I think the main thing is going to be, for now at least, to get at least 1 line of ignore defense on your emblem or your secondary. But since we don't know the stats exactly, for most people,
I think my secondary has, I think, 2 lines of attack.
Mm-hmm.
And my emblem has like 2 lines of int.
I see.
And 1. Yeah.
And 1 what?
I think it was 1 dex or strength. One of the 2.
Then rolling the emblem is going to be like main priority. Get a line of ID and at least 1 line of magic attack. And if you roll that, keep that for now. That's going to be the main thing. That's going to give you so much more. It's not going to make your range go up a lot, but it's going to make your damage on bosses go up by so much. And you'll see, like, if you kind of know what kind of numbers you're hitting, that combining with the boost nodes, with spicing that up, with redoing your hyperstats on your Legion, so you've already worked for a lot and you have access to a lot of things, but you're not accessing them properly. So if you reorganize that, and redo the emblem, redo the potential, you'll get access to so much more damage.
Okay.
And yeah.
No. Can you keep on going?
And you have, I see that you have, you also have decent sharp eyes on your glove, right?
Yeah. I rolled that and I was just like, okay, I'll just leave it for now because I need to work on other things, but...
Yeah. So the thing is, the glove has access to a lot of damage as well for critical damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already legendary. So if you get... and you have 17% all stat now though, and decent sharp eyes. But remember, because you have decent sharp eyes here, that means as long as you're going to use this, that means you can also just get rid of the decent sharp eyes node, exactly, and then you can move that with another one that's good. Maybe you can get I don't know if decent combat orders is great for you. Decent advanced blessing, for example, maybe. Like, just anything that gives you more damage, right?
Okay.
Because it's all about trying to get the most value out of the things you have access to.
Okay, so reroll the glove and reroll the emblem.
I think you could reroll the glove because you don't necessarily need the extra slot, right? But if you can get critical damage on the glove, your range is going to go down, but your damage is going to go up because critical damage is really good.
Okay. So I'll get everything to 17, sorry, and then I'll reroll the emblem, change my grid. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, and don't forget the hyperstats.
Oh yeah, and the hyperstats and the belt, of course.
Yeah, so for belt, I think you can go for the Tyrant belt, just get it to like epic, nothing crazy. I wouldn't really Star Force it.
Yeah, I have a Tyrant cape right now, so...
Mm-hmm. Well, sadly, they don't get a set bonus.
Yeah, I just have 1. I'm missing 1 coin for the cape.
Oh, the cape is also not in here for pictures. I just realized.
Oh shit. Well, messed up.
But it looks epic, right? I think it's...
Yeah, it's epic.
It looks epic, bro.
It's 6% only.
Okay, well that's decent for now. Oh, and I think you just forgot the whole right row. I think because I'm pretty sure the badge isn't in here either, and the heart. I think you forgot the whole right row.
Okay. Well, the heart is also 7. It's 15 stars and 17%.
Okay. Wait,
So
17
yeah, 17%.
on legendary? Wait, the heart is level 120, right?
120?
Isn't it 21%? 12 and 9?
Yeah, I think so.
It's probably 21%.
Well, I'm guessing right now, so
yeah, it looks legendary. So I think you have 2
yeah,
lines
no, it's
of
legendary.
intellect
It's
probably.
legendary 15.
Yeah, it's probably 2 lines int, probably 21 because heart is one of the items that has the least junk lines, so it's the easiest to get good lines on.
Mm-hmm.
So considering how good everything else is, you probably got 2 lines of intellect. I would guess.
Yeah, no, I aimed for 2 lines and just left it.
And I guess the badge
hat,
probably
should I
has the
reroll?
same. The hat, I don't know how good skill cooldown is for you. I'm guessing it's not great. The hat has so many junk lines though. It's gonna be expensive. How much money are you working with right now?
6 bill.
6 bill. I would focus on getting your Star Force stuff done first, and then make money for cubing later. The only thing that's important for cubing now is your emblem.
Okay, so emblem, belt, start the grid, V matrix. Okay, I can do that. I can do all those.
Hyperstats, save up for Star Force.
Hyperstats, yeah.
Make sure you have a good plan for Star Force on which day you're gonna do what, because there's the no boom room, and that's really good. That'll save you a lot of money. You don't have to safeguard up to 15, but also there's a 30% off and a 5, 10, 15. But they're the other way around that you would want it. The 5, 10, 15 is first, and then 30% off is after that.
Okay.
So make sure that
I go 17 on my shining rod for now, and then I go 15 on everything else afterwards.
6 bill. That's probably the best idea to go, yeah. Yeah. And then the one last thing I would say is looking at your flames. Are you like with how good flames can be and how good your flames are? Do you kind of understand that or no?
I understand it a little bit. I just look at the thing, the stats, that's the chart thing. That's it. I just aim for like 40 and some old stat, but if not, I'll just whatever.
Okay. Because the one thing, I think your weapon flame can be a lot better, I think. Because right now you have plus... No, like the 37 magic attack can be way higher. And then if you can get boss on top of that, that would be great. But just looking at the flames real quick, I think you can aim for like... I think you can aim for like 80 magic attack or something. And right now you have 34. I think there's a big increase you can get. See, magic increase, weapons, 160. Like a tier 6 is 40%. That can go up to 100. Or like 90... 40% of 240 is 96.
Okay, so 90. So I need to aim for like high 90s.
Well, it'll be 96 or aim for 72 plus some boss damage. One of those two would be really good.
Okay. So I'll reroll the flames on.
Yeah, primarily on the weapon. And then everything else, a lot of your other stuff can definitely get some gains from flames. But it's gotta be like
first stars and then flames?
Yeah, I would focus, like, if you have backup flames and if you get some flames from bosses or from events or from dailies or whatever, you could definitely throw them at your weapon and aim for one of those two. But for now, definitely throw your money at Star Force and then start saving up for cubing.
Okay.
Other than that, you're getting your... Oh yeah, you're switching your cape out soon with the Absolab cape is what you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you get that boss damage. Once you fix your IED hyperstat situation, you get 1 line on your emblem. I'm pretty confident in, like, if you like fixed those things, not even like increasing the Star Force yet, but they fixed those things we just talked about, and you get your cape. I think you can about double your damage on bosses. I'm pretty sure, maybe even more.
Okay.
Compared to now. Yeah, just
Yeah.
by rearranging the stuff. Because
Okay.
it all works together and it'll help you a lot. And then, I mean, the next step is going to be, can you already kill hard looks? Have you tried?
I haven't tried.
Yeah, because I'm
Like,
kind of trying to
full
guess
solo.
like how strong does somebody need to be able to kill him. It's of course partially mechanics and everything now, but if you can let me know when you can roughly kill hard lux after like which upgrades, I can get like a better idea on when I can advise other people to do it as well. Because I'm just kind of in the dark right now. I don't really know where the boss is at.
Okay, so I'll try to rearrange all this.
Yep.
We'll see what I can do with. I think I'm gonna reroll also this ring, the 150 ring.
Oh, the superior.
Just with just with the cubes that I find.
Well, that one has 9%. Let's see, this one has 18. This one has 15. I see. 15. I guess this one's doable. The cup is at 4, 24, 13, 50 something. Cup is actually not horrible. Oh yeah, and then the next thing you can flame after that is once you get the belt and the cape. Like belt and cape are going to be very high flame targets. So your priority for flames is going to be like get a very good one on your weapon. Then all the other Abzo gear is right after that.
Okay.
Then is the Tyrant stuff and the CRA stuff and the cup. Those are kind of all important. And then after that are all the accessories that are just getting like really bad numbers, basically.
Okay. So yeah, so there's a lot of work to be done here.
There's a lot to go. I feel like you've gone through a lot of the game like kind of really fast, and you have a lot of stuff to do on many different levels. Some things are just already very good, like your weapon is already like 15 stars, ready to be 17 starred. At least, but in the pictures, like it's still epic, and the flame is lacking a lot.
Oh yeah,
so you want to like
I got it like 2 days ago, like 2 days before I took a picture.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you want to like even everything out. You want to bring everything up to like the same level, but you still want to, even though your Star Force is probably like among the best things that you have, but you still want to work on the Star Force because there's an event for it right now. So you still want to throw all your money at it. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. 17 in your weapon, and then saving for the 30% off, and then getting everything into the 15. I think that's the best way to go. And then after that, definitely work on the potential of the emblem, and then start basically just make a list of the flame score of all your items, and just make a list of what am I working on first, what number am I aiming for, and then once you hit that number, you go to the next item. You hit that number, you go to the next item, and you just do them one by one.
Okay, that sounds good.
I think you can probably gain like 30 to 40 stat on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters, 8 items. I mean. So that's probably like a total of about 300 intellect that you can gain. And if you add that with like a good magic attack flame on your weapon and all the rearranging and the extra ID on your emblem, your damage is going to double, maybe triple on bosses, with the matrix reset as well, because that's going to be... and look up a video on how to do baptism of light and darkness appropriately, because I can't really explain that. I haven't gotten that far on Lumi. But I think it's like spamming Ender for charges or something, and then the charges allow you to use Baptism of Light and Darkness, but the better your attack speed is, the faster you can do the charges. So that's why you want a decent speed infusion as well in your matrix for attacking.
Okay, so...
That's how I understand
it. So I need to remake all those.
Wait, remake what?
Like, I need to fix everything up, like, move everything out and just fix all of them.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of moving, yeah. I think if you just, when you log in, you just do damage on a normal boss, and you just look at the numbers, and then you remake everything, and then just see how much it is afterwards. I think you'll see how much potential your character already had, but just because everything was out of place a little bit, the combination was like a lot of loss of potential damage. And by moving everything just a little bit better, the combination is just way more damage output. I'm pretty sure you'll find that.
Okay, so just move everything around and fix everything up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean that's it feels a little bit reductionist, but yeah, that's pretty much that's a
Okay.
lot of what we're going to
Sounds
be
good.
doing. Yeah. All right, so you
Sounds
got some
good.
homework, but if you forget anything, you can always just look back at the video. I'll put it on YouTube, and then you can
Okay.
find it back.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, good luck, dude.
So, thanks.